Hi, this is Stephen Brower from Raritan Valley Community College, and this is a quick video for those that have used Canvas before on how I configure Canvas maybe a little bit differently than other faculty. One thing I do want to point out, in case Lions Den is ever down, if you use rvcc.instructure.com, that will bring up a login screen, use your G number and password, and then you'll get into Canvas, and then you can navigate to your course. So just in case Lions Den is down, rvcc.instructure.com is sort of a shortened way to get there. Okay, so the Home tab I've set up to be the list of the modules, which is the same if you go to the Modules tab. The Syllabus tab is where the list of the assignments are, and that's where I also have links to the formal syllabus, the one that the school requires us to have, and that has the list of sort of policies, the book info, the grading determinants, etc. The other link, it's the schedule is a concise list of the topics and of the work due. So this rightmost column here, the work due column, that would correspond to the assignments that are on the syllabus. And then this little kind of middle-ish column here, the topics, then that would correspond to the topics that are listed in the list of modules. Most weeks are set up where I have an overview page. Let me just click on an overview page where I have a brief description of the chapter. Depending on the chapter, I may have multiple YouTube videos with a summary of information in the chapter. The slides I put up in PDF format at both 2 per page and 6 per page. So it's whichever you prefer. You go in and open the one that you want. The 6 per page would be if you're printing. It uses a lot less paper. The 2 is just easier to view on the screen. Again, so using this as sort of a model for other weeks, majority of the weeks will have a discussion, a lab, and a homework. Some weeks will have a research project. There are some weeks where there maybe isn't a lab or isn't a discussion, so it's going to vary. But this is sort of a model what most weeks will be. There'll also be a midterm and a final. Back on the schedule, one thing I do want to point out, which I do maybe differently than other instructors, is that all of my due dates are Tuesdays. You can work on the material throughout the week, whatever's more convenient for you, but the deadline for everything would be Tuesday night. I do not have a class Tuesday night, and so if there's any kind of issue I can help with, that I should be more responsive to email than like Monday or Wednesday night when I have class those nights. So I treat the course as if it's a night class that meets 1 day a week. Except the difference is you don't have to show up to physical class. You just work at your own pace as long as you're hitting the deadlines. If you're trying to contact me, probably the preferred way to reach me is my Outlook account. So stephen.brower@raritanvalley.edu. Although there is the email within Canvas, the alerts, and it just works better to send it through Outlook. rvcc.instructure.com. From the syllabus, there are links to the formal syllabus and the class schedule. From the syllabus, there's the chronological listing of the assignments. And from both home and modules is where you would access the overview information for each chapter, the slides for each chapter, and what also is here are the assignments for each chapter. Again, I use Tuesdays as the due date for many of the assignments. I probably went too fast, but I'm assuming for those that used Canvas before, you just kind of want to see how I do things differently than other people. Here's to a great semester.